Hello and welcome. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of September, 2023, Equinox Day here in Australia. And normally I say, oh, wow, what a big week. But I'm not going to say that. I am going to say, what a brutal week for so many. Since Sunday the 10th, when I experienced or potentially re-experienced what I was calling the rendering, it has been non-stop. I've done more individual inside job work in the last 2 weeks than I've done in a very long time. It really has felt like we have been pushed collectively and individually to meet our own personal and collective markers in preparation for what I think is this weekend, this equinox energy. I feel that because of the way it shifted yesterday. It's like intense 2 weeks, and this last week really quite brutal. And then everything started to improve, even out, soften yesterday. So it's like, okay, if it did that yesterday, then it must have been in preparation for this. We have been, and I knew we were all going to go through a leveling up process, and whether that's the same thing, whether it was going to be this push for in preparation, I don't know, but we have been leveling up from what I can tell, and we're not doing it very gracefully. Um, Part of this has been, there's so many themes running through this. I've talked quite a few times about how, at least in my experience, every time there is a huge awakening activation, it's always preceded by a heart. Like it's because that's all that awakening experience is an awakening and activation of the heart. But it's like what precedes it is some kind of turmoil, heartbreak, heart pain. And there has been so many catalysts and triggers for that in these last 2 weeks, but this last one in particular. And so I think the leveling up and the preparation ultimately was about getting us to a particular heart frequency, whatever we could manage on a personal level. Uh, we took ourselves as far as we could go in our own heart activation. The energy that instigated, created, participated in that original rendering. And last week when I said we've tried to do the reconnection before and it kind of got screwed up, we got tricked somehow. That energy has been fighting back as well, trying to prevent the reconnecting. But what it's ultimately done is participate for the better in, like, that's part of that everything they do trying to bite them on the ass. So while they're trying to prevent the repair or the reconnection, it's causing this heartache and heartbreak, which leads to the heart opening anyway. Does that make sense? And again, comes back to it's all happening for us, not to us, as painful as it can be. I had a suspicion when this all happened on the 10th that we were going to see a lot of couples rearranging again, breaking up or coming together. And I've seen a lot of really strong power couples have major blow ups, but also get through that because of their commitment and come out the other side. There was also a period, I don't know how many of you experienced this, but enough that it's worth a mention. There was like a 3-day period where you might have felt like that voice in your head was coming from the voice in your head, or it was an emotional thing where it was like you just felt so small. You felt like you were being belittled or made to feel kind of useless and small and pointless, not good enough. Um, it may have been triggered by a comment from another person or an attitude from another person, or it just sort of came up from within out of nowhere. But it was definitely a release of some sort of some programs. So that may not be relevant to everybody, but it was enough people that it felt relevant to share. Um, and in amongst all of that was this sort of potentially mental instability, like maybe feeling like you were going nuts or feeling like you didn't have a really stable grip on yourself or your consciousness or reality. Um, the other thing it's been so action packed, it's insane. The other thing is our body's sensitivity or response to the energetics, to our thoughts, to all that is just becoming amplified, so amplified. So, um, and physically feeling the energetic clearing and purging, like perhaps sore spots in the body, like you've worked out, like your muscles are just sore, or um, sharp little pains here and there, and then like if these things are happening, really think about where you are emotionally or what thought you just had, or because our response and sensitivity is going through the roof. Um, and again, again, even this last week, all the energy work, everything it's continued to go back to Egypt. So the play out or the clean up of the whole Egypt program is still very much in play. Um, I don't know how much longer that's going to go for, and I have no idea what these next few days are supposed to bring. So, but I just know we were being pushed to get ready for it. Uh, okay, that's all the highlights. Now we can dig deep. So, hands up or speak up if you've related to anything I just said. Oh, okay. All right. Anyone want to elaborate?
Oh, I just wanna say it, all of it. I just wanna
All
say
of it.
every bit. Yeah, yeah, and,
Yeah.
I will just start this right off by letting everyone know that Alicia and I did work last night, and, oh my god, it couldn't have come at a more perfect time because what I was dealing with was mental, just mental, spinning, 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 spinning. And Alicia, do you mind if I share? I want to ask her. I mean, like, this is, I guess, there's just one thing that I wanted to share. If are you available to just give me the okay?
He
Okay,
said
she said
yes.
yes. All right. There's something that I wanted to share that was so profound to me. And first of all, I cannot thank Alicia enough because what you were talking about with the major leveling up was something that I saw coming for 2 months. And it kept getting these dates, the 23rd, the 24th. And during that period of time, all of us were going to be taking a big leap, but I knew it was for me personally. And probably for the last 8 weeks, it has been hell for me. I'm in the brain. Probably, I want to be more realistic. It was probably more 4 to 5 weeks that it's been really bad. Well, anyways, Alicia, and it wasn't just Alicia, Sarah's on the call with me too, and she saw it first. And she said, I see you in a fishbowl, like someone is stirring you with a chopstick. And I said, and
Mm.
she said, you need to stop it. And I went, what? What? And what I realized was then Alicia helped me to see that, we were talking about the original pairs.
Hi, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in the full 1.5 hour conversation, link is in the description. And if not, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.